with Colossus of this game. HuK's Colossus is just now about to get out, and we're just going to see here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in normal speed just so I can point out the advantage of this battle. So we can see HuK with more zealots is going to be able to just massacre his opponent's army. All these stalkers really not able to do much. He's trying to kite back here, but it's not going to do much with this Colossus in range. Although he hasn't really focused on these stalkers yet, but here he goes. And we can see this army just melting to the much more meat shield heavy army of HuK. Okay, go ahead and put it back on faster. Ooh, getting some frame rate lag, sorry about that. And we can see that HuK still with the economic advantage. That has lasted all the way since the early game, so it is a lot much more of an advantage than what this small probe count increase, or small probe count advantage will show for you guys. He has been mining more than his opponent throughout the entire game, and he has had at least a 2 probe advantage since each player has had about 14 probes. So he has really been able to mine a lot more than Socke at this point. And I don't know why I'm getting such low frame rate count right now, guys. Sorry about that. I'll try to improve that for later commentaries. Actually, I might actually have programs running in the background. Sorry for that amateur-ish recording. But as we can see, HuK is going to continuously produce Colossus. He does not want to fall behind in the Colossus count. Neither player ever wants to fall behind in the Colossus count when each player is going this strategy, as Colossus are going to make or break the game for you. Now HuK is going to be expanding, but as I said before, he is going to wait until he knows he can do so without hampering his Colossus production. So he'll have a Colossus queued up by the time he expands to make sure that that doesn't happen. Just clearing out these rocks. Always a good idea when nothing is going on in the game to clear out the rocks next to your expansions on your side of the map. It's just a good way to use your army when it's not really needed to defend your base. HuK just scouting around nicely with this observer here in his opponent's base, keeping account of his army and his Colossus. Very good. Always a good idea to keep a count of your enemy's army, because that way you'll be able to know his timing on when he might attack. And we can see Socke is going to be adding on a lot more Colossus and Stalkers. Another good thing about Zealot Colossus as opposed to Stalker Colossus is that it really meshes well with your resource ratio, because Colossus are going to be taking up a lot of gas. You're really not going to have a lot of gas left over for Stalkers if you're keeping up with Colossus production. And that is why Colossus Zealot is so common and just so good. So we can see this expansion going up. Colossus still in production. Now look what HuK does here. He knows that his opponent is not getting expansion while his is almost up. So he knows if he can defend the impending attack, he will be in good shape to win this game. So he spreads out his Colossus on the high ground to make sure he gets a good arc in the coming battle. Alright, so here comes Socke's army. He's going to try to keep this expansion from coming up. And here we go. Look at this arc just hitting all of Socke's units. Socke is not able to get much in return, and his zealots are just melting. He cannot have idle zealots here not doing much in the fight like Socke had here. And Socke is coming out on top clearly in this battle. HuK just having the capacity to get out many more units because of the economic advantage he's had throughout the game. Stalkers being fast in this Colossus is going to force Socke to stop and fight back, but that is obviously not a good idea, as these 9-range Colossus are going to make short work of Socke's forces. And Socke is just in really bad shape now. There's really no way he can recover. He's down in Colossus count and he's down in base count, so he is just behind in every way right now. No zealots to back up these Colossus. Never a good idea to fight with just Colossus against a larger army. Oh, and he's just going to try to retreat that Colossus. Not much he can do there. And he's going to go ahead and GG out. Okay, so let's go ahead and recap that game. Oh, well, I did not mean to do that. Sorry about that. Okay, so now this game came down to the 4-gate attack at HuK's base. HuK was ahead all the time economically because of his delayed gate and delayed cyber core, sorry about that. And because of his economic advantage, he was able to do so much better in the late game against Socke. And the way he defended his base was great, using Sentry Zealot mix to defend against a large Stalker army, preventing the Stalkers from kiting all his Zealots by using Force Field to block off his ramp at crucial times. Okay guys, well, if you enjoyed what you saw here, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, as there are many more videos to come. Also, be sure to leave your suggestions and requests in the comment section so I can do my best to improve the experience for you guys. Alright, that's all for now. I'll see you guys for the next one. KunfO signing out.